Hey, Appleton North, this is Mrs. Krieger, and it's that time of year again to start talking about academic and career planning for the 21-22 school year. The first section is about student resources, your essential tools for scheduling. The Appleton Area School District 21-22 Course Description Guide is an absolute must-see for the most up-to-date information about class choices. In the course description guide, there are keys to help you use the guide. The first one is credit value. Each course has a credit value of either 0.5 credit, which is a semester course, or a 1.0 credit course, which is a 2-semester course. Some courses will have a prerequisite, which means you must complete certain courses before you can enroll in the course that you are looking at. All of the classes have grade level requirements. Some will have 9, 10, 11, 12. Some will be narrowed down to 10, 11, 12. It just depends. Some will have AP or advanced placement designation. These classes have college level content knowledge and require active student engagement. Other classes have dual credit. These classes of dual credit are offered in high school, but also have a credit value at either Fox Valley Technical College or UW Oshkosh. And then there are some courses that have stars. This lets you know that the course is rigorous and it has high expectations for student participation and content knowledge. I provided 2 examples from the course description guide. The first one is 1110 American Literature and Composition. After a brief description, it tells you that is at a level 11, which means it's a grade level course. It has a credit value of 1, which means it is a 2-semester course, and there are no prerequisites for this course. The second class is 4602 Applied Genetics. After a brief description, it tells you the level is grade 10, 11, and 12. It has a credit value of 0.5, which means it is a semester course. And it has a prerequisite of 4110 biology. Please note that semester courses have not been scheduled yet. What you put into the course request system in January will determine how many classes are running and what semester each class will run in if they don't run in both. So it is important that you read the description and that you complete this process from beginning to end so your classes can help determine what classes will run for the 21-22 school year. A key resource for you is your teachers. In your classrooms in December, you will have discussions about department offerings that will happen. You will also have the opportunity to talk to your teacher about your skills and what your goals are for the next school year, and they can help provide recommendations for you. Your counselor will also be able to provide recommendations for you. You can email your counselor at any time, but we will also have virtual advising sessions on January 13th and January 20th. More information will be coming, but these are drop-in sessions and there will be no appointment needed. Whether you are talking to your teachers or your counselor, it is important that you have this information ready and available to talk with them about. For example, if you have a really busy schedule after school, you work, you're in sports, you have family commitments, it is really important to share this information. For example, if you are requesting advanced coursework or dual credit coursework or coursework that is designated as advanced placement, the expectation is that you work an additional hour on that coursework after school. And if you have many commitments after school or outside of school, this could be a factor in you being successful in the course. And that is important for your counselor or teacher to know when giving you advice. Also, what post-high school plans are important. To know what you are looking to study, what you like to study, is important information to give you good advice on scheduling. Please make sure you have this information available with your counselor or teacher. We also have available for you Explore North 2021. This virtual event will happen January 11th. This event provides opportunities to talk with all departments. It will provide opportunities to learn more about advanced placement courses, and you will have opportunities to talk with counseling for more advising. Part 2 is about student responsibility, scheduling guidelines, and your action steps to participate in scheduling for the 21-22 school year. All students have a minimum credit value that they must take each school year. For grades 9, 10, and 11, you must have a minimum of 6 credits in your schedule. If you are a senior, you must have a minimum of 5 credits in your schedule. These benchmarks are essential in making sure that students complete all of the graduation requirements, which is 23 credits. If you are uncertain about the graduation requirements, we've provided an optional video about graduation requirements after this video. The next step of scheduling is to put down all of your ideas for your schedule on your scheduling worksheet and look at what it might be for the upcoming school year. You will be doing this in a mandatory homeroom in January. For current 9th graders, your mandatory homeroom is on January 4th. For current 10th graders, your mandatory homeroom is on January 5th. And for current 11th graders, your mandatory homeroom is on January 7th. During this homeroom time, you will receive scheduling worksheets, you will receive feedback from your advisors, and you will receive all sorts of directions on how to make sure the classes that you are requesting will fulfill graduation requirements and your academic and career goals for after high school. All of the materials you will be talking about in that homeroom will be posted online in these areas. They will be available in Canvas, in counseling resources. There will be a packet mailed home in December, and these resources will be posted on the North website. Again, this is a mandatory homeroom, and it is your job from this mandatory homeroom through the month of January until your scheduling day comes to make sure you have completed all of the requirements that we've talked about and that you've met the minimum guidelines for credits each year. Another important component in scheduling is providing alternates. Each year, we ask students to supply at least 1 to 3 alternates, just in case a class doesn't run. Each year, however, students decide not to put down alternatives because there is the thought or idea that if you don't put alternatives down, that you are more likely to get your first request. This is not true. This is false. The reason why we ask for alternates is in the scheduling process, students, it is your 100% input that creates the schedule. You tell us how many classes, how many classrooms, how many teachers, how many sections that we need. And when we cannot provide all of those, we return to the alternate section. It is the last resort. Students that do not put down electives are more likely to get an unrequested study hall. So please, students, put down alternates, classes that you wouldn't mind taking if one of your first choice classes is not available. Part 3 is student timeline and knowing your dates. The scheduling process is easy. We start out in December and we talk about your resources. We talk about the course description guide. You talk with your teachers. You talk with your counselor in January. You ask questions. You find out what all of the opportunities there are available to you. And then in January, you receive your course request worksheet and you put it all down on paper. And then you see what your schedule could be for the 2021 school year. But the last step is the most important because all that work means nothing unless we can get it entered into the Infinite Campus system. And this is the most important step, is knowing your date, because this is the date that you will enter in your course requests. For 9th graders, your homeroom date is January 25th. For 10th graders, your date is January 26th. And for 11th grade, your date is January 28th. This is where you can have the most input that you can possibly have in the school year process of scheduling. This is when we take your ideas, your thoughts that you put in to Infinite Campus, and then we make it a schedule based on what you would like. This is your time to have 100% creative responsibility for the schedule. If you miss your shot, we miss your voice. If you perhaps were absent or could not attend the mandatory date, you will work with your homeroom teacher to submit your courses by February 5th. This is the last possible date for us to get you into the schedule. Please don't miss it. We need your voice into the scheduling process. I changed my mind. I just entered classes to get it done. I wanted to wait until I saw what my friends chose. Those are the comments of students that didn't take the process seriously. We've started all the way back in December and January to make sure you had the resources and the time to enter in the best course requests that you can possibly have. The course request system is closed after January 5th. In March, we will review the requests that you submit. You will have time to make sure that you have met graduation requirements for that year. You will have time to confirm that you have the credit minimums that we've talked about, and you will be able to confirm that you put in the right class numbers. So you will be able to check if you put a 1 instead of a 2, because course numbers matter in the system. Finally, your 21-22 schedules will be available in August of 2021. During your registration time, you will be able to see the fruit of your labor in this scheduling process. And again, here's your reminder. Your date to enter your request in Infinite Campus for 9th grade, January 25th, 10th grade, January 26th, and 11th grade, January 28th. We want your voice in this process, and we want you to be able to have a say in what we offer.